Hey, just be real. How are you? Hey there, Jules. If you guys give me just a second, I'm trying to set up this Instagram real quick. Give me just a second. Give me just a minute. Hold on, just a minute. Give me just a second, y'all. Hold on. Over here, not acting right. Okay, hold on. I don't know what's going on with my Instagram. Give me just a second. Hey, everybody. How are you? Will Jones, Miss Chad, Darlene, T. Ivy. How are you? Give me just a second. I'm trying to set up my Instagram and it's cutting up. Give me just a minute, okay, y'all? I don't know why this thing is cutting up. I added the details. Let's see what's going on here. Don't know what's happening here. Sorry, y'all. Give me just a second, okay? Hold on. Hey, everybody. Give me just a second. I'm trying to get this going. Okay, there we go. All righty, there we go. How is everybody doing? Hello, Juanita, Kendra, Rory, Michelle, Shannon. How are you guys doing today? Hello. Okay, I got this one going. Hey, everybody. How are you? Hey, Jay Breezy and Coercive Control. Okay. Hey, Just Be Right, Tracy. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? It's your first time live. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Hello. Okay, Honolulu. I was just thinking about maybe doing a conference in Honolulu. Hello and welcome. Welcome, you guys. Hello. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Miss Karen? Hello, everybody. Let's see. Is that is it Kimmy? Hello, Kimmy. I am doing absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for asking. I am enjoying my Sunday, Miss Jesus girl Betty. How are you? Hope you are enjoying your Sunday as well. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see. Bahamas. Okay. Bahamas. I might need to come to Bahamas. How are you doing? New to the channel. Welcome, Darren. Thank you for being here. Hey, Dr. Tamara Rend, baby. All right. How is everybody doing tonight? Thank you so much for being here. All right. I'm going to turn on the clubhouse, okay? Those of you that have, excuse me, whew, excuse me, those of you guys that have Clubhouse, you're welcome. Hey, Miss Denise, happy Sunday to you too. If you have Clubhouse, you're welcome to come over to Clubhouse. And what I will do is I'm just gonna have a talk with you guys. And what I'm gonna do is turn on Clubhouse as well. And when we get done over here, then I'm gonna go strictly over here. Hey, Miss Rigger. Then I'm gonna go over to Clubhouse. So I'm gonna talk to you guys for a little while, and then I'm gonna come over to Clubhouse. Today I'm not gonna be so super scripted because someone asked me last night not last night, but 2 weeks ago to talk about gray rocking a narcissist. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna talk a little while. However, I'm just let you guys know that I'm tired this evening because I just got out the car. I'm a little tired this evening, so I'm not gonna be on long. I promise, just be real. I know she's looking at the screen, got her lips curled up. But I promise I'm not going to be on long tonight. Number one, I'm tired. And number two, I have to go do some homework with my daughter. Okay. So I'm going to be on for a little while and then I'm going to get off. Just be real. If you can give me an hour, but do me a favor within that hour, maybe like 40 minutes. Because I may not be on here a whole hour. But as long as I don't go over an hour, but I might not be on here for a whole hour, I'm going to go on to Clubhouse. So I want to keep it within that hour. I might not do an entire hour, but just keep me on track, for an hour because I am sleepy. I am tired and I don't like talking to you guys when I'm tired. Okay, let me start the room so you guys can come on here as well. So you guys can come on here as well. Hey, Miss Danielle, my little super short buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Before I start, let me say this. First of all, let me dust all this hair off of me. Before I start, allow me to say this. I'm doing a review, and I wanted to show off these beautiful flowers. This company is called Rose Forever. This is Rose Forever. This is a New York, for those of you in New York, a New York-based company. It's called Rose Forever, and you can find them on roseforever.com. They asked me to review their flowers, and if you guys do not know, my favorite flowers are roses. I love, 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 love roses. I love red roses. And they sent this to me, and it comes in a velvet box. So, you can either get it in a round velvet box, or you can get it in a square velvet box. Miss Danielle gave me some flowers like this too, but it came from a different company. This one comes from Rose Forever. It's roseforever.com. If you go and look on their site, they come in a box of like 9. So I got the one that's like a box of 9. They come 9, 16, and 36. And they come in the round velvet boxes, or they come in the square velvet boxes. And what they do is they use a natural process to preserve the roses. Now, the ones that Danielle gave me, they're preserved a little longer. These are preserved and will last up to 1 year. I love roses. And so just in case you guys want to know, if you want to buy me some, you go to Rose Forever. And I love red roses. And what I was going to do is for my office, I was going to decorate my office with Rose Forever. Now, if you guys want a discount, they're giving discounts just for using my name. So if you guys look up underneath the, when I finish the video, look up underneath it, I'll give you the code that you can use to get a $15 discount. And I'll give you the link that you can go to. That this is called Rose Forever. Let me smell. So they don't have their strong rose smell. You can still kind of smell it, but tell me this is not beautiful. And they last for a year. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that. And the company's called Rose Forever. Oh, let me get up here. It's Rose Forever. So see, it's called Rose Forever. And it's a New York-based company. And it's a velvet box, and it's a hard box. So when they send it to you, they have another, the top of the lid is on the other side of the room. There's a hard lid that comes on top of it so it doesn't get ruined in the process. But you guys go check out their site. This is gorgeous. I love this. And then before I get started, let me guys also let you guys know I am having a conference in Dallas, Texas. Almost said Washington. I'm having a conference in Dallas, Texas. I'll be in Dallas, Texas, July 30th and 31st. The conference is on the 31st of July. I'm having a meet and greet on July 30th. So 31st is the conference in Dallas, Texas. Right now, I'm working with my team to get the flyers out. So I have some guest speakers that will be lunch speakers and then closing speakers. I am the main speaker. I am the main host. And I will be doing the conference. It's from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. I have 2 speakers at lunchtime, and I have 2 speakers in the in the evening to close out the conference. And so those of you that would like to join me in Dallas, those of you that can only do it online, those of you that will do VIP, the special about the VIP is, number one, you get to ride with me, depending on how many people we have, in the limousine to the steak and seafood house that I choose. And we will go and eat together. You guys go and eat with me and enjoy, I get to enjoy your company. So VIP gets to have a limousine waiting for them to take them. You be treated the excellent people that you are. And you will have limousine services to take you to the restaurant of my choice. And we will eat together there at the beautiful restaurant. But we're going to be bougie. We're going to be in a limousine. So we're going to be bougie. And based off of what I understand, the limousine, after we finish eating, will also drive us around Dallas, Fort Worth area, just so we can enjoy each other's company. Just so that we can enjoy each other's company. We can enjoy each other's company so that we can enjoy the city and Dallas. So I will be posting this week sometime. I will have the flyers out. So they're working on my flyers. Is everybody still here? Because there's nothing moving. There's nobody saying anything, making sure everybody's still there. But the flyers, they're working on my flyers. So the flyers should be out this week. And as soon as the flyers come out, the flyers are out, I will also open it up for registration. So I will have the registration information. Okay, good. Everybody over here on YouTube, can you guys still hear me? Because there's nothing moving, so I don't see anybody saying anything. Make sure you guys are still there. But so I should have the flyers done this week, and as soon as the flyers are done, I will be the speaker, and then you will also see the guest speakers that will be there, and it's going to be an Overcoming Narcissist Abuse Conference. I will get to meet you guys, so it will be in Dallas. Join me on the 30th for a meet and greet, and the 31st will be the conference from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 2 guest speakers during lunch. You will have lunch served to you, a buffet. Okay, good. And then in the evening from 5 to 6, I have 2 guests. And then that evening, those that are VIP will come back at 7, and you will be escorted by limousine to the restaurant of my choice. And I'm trying to see what the space amount is there. So there's a possibility it might be a limited amount, but I just want you guys to know that I will be in Texas. So you guys come and join me in Texas, okay? But I will have all the registration information, pricing, and for those of you that would like to come, I really want to see your faces. I really want to meet you guys. We will also have a photographer there. If you guys want to take pictures, or you want him to take pictures of you guys with me, there will be a photographer there for you, but all that information will be available. Okay, well, now that we've gotten past that, let's go do some talking. All righty. So I wanted to talk about gray rocking. Someone asked me about gray rocking about 2 weeks ago. I couldn't come on last week because I didn't recall it was Mother's Day. We went out to eat, but somebody asked me about gray rocking, and I wanted to talk about gray rocking. Gray rocking is to take all your emotions out of the situation. You guys that have been in a relationship with a narcissist know that this is a very different type of relationship. This type of relationship is a very emotional, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very emotional roller coaster. It's all about emotions. It's all about the manipulation of the emotions. You guys are up and down. You're never stable in your emotions. They're going to make you cry. They're going to make you angry. And they want that reaction. You remember, a narcissist wants reaction, not response. They want reactions. To gray rock a narcissist means to pull all the emotions out. For many of you, it's hard to do because you're just getting started. You're just pulling yourself out of this, and you're just getting started. Meaning that when you're just getting started, you're still emotionally wrapped up into this relationship. And so some of you guys have children, and you guys know that anytime you make a narcissist angry, anytime you have threatened their ego, anytime you have offended them, the first thing they do is go after what it is that you love the most. It could be your children, it could be your grandchildren, it could be your animals. It could be your animals. And so you have to know that they're coming after a reaction and not a response. That's why I tell people all the time, if they text you and they ask you for stuff, they're waiting for that knee-jerk reaction, because I'm going to tell them that's what they're waiting for you to do. I advise everybody, take 12 to 24 hours before you respond. Respond. Don't react. Respond. The reaction is the fuel that they need. They need to know. Do you remember that game, Battleship? Battleship was a game where you're guessing where this ship is at. You're guessing to see where this ship is at. Sorry about that. But you're guessing where this ship is at. And you're calling out these numbers to see where the ship is at. A narcissist is digging to see where you are, to see if they can get a reaction out of you. And they'll press your buttons until you actually blow up and react. Anytime you're dealing with kids, for example, when you're dealing with your child, remember, and remember this, practice. You have to practice. You have to practice for it to become second nature. So to practice something over and over again, for some of you guys, I wish they would just leave me alone. If you have children, they're not going to leave you alone. You know, 1 minute they're good, the next minute they act a fool. The next minute they're good, the next minute they act a fool. You can always tell when they're offended or if you have hurt them or caused them a narcissistic injury, because immediately they go after your kids. They go after your kids to cause you to react, to pick up the phone, to go off on them, to say something. Or, you know, when you have children and the children put them on speakerphone, they're having a conversation with you through your child because they want you to react. Don't do that. Stop doing that. Don't stop talking to my child. That's inappropriate. They want you to do that. There are some cases where you have to determine whether or not it's worth your time and your energy to argue back and forth with them, because you know this is something that they're always going to do. And what you have to do is take your emotions out of it. Think about it before you respond to it. Don't react to it. Think about it before you respond to it. And what you have to do is what is it that they're doing, and what is it that they always do? When you're dealing with your child, for example, if you have to go drop off the child, if you have to text them and tell them something, you already know they're going to try to lure you in, but with a conversation. They're going to try to pull you in with a conversation. You never get into a conversation with these individuals because you see some of you guys, well, you know, it's been a long time. It doesn't hurt to just be nice. And how are you doing? I'm doing fine. They're always trying to get information from you. They're always trying to get information from you. So it doesn't matter to you. You think it's just a simple conversation. Most people think there is no such thing as a what's the word I used before? There is no such thing as just a common general conversation with a narcissist. There's always something behind it. Don't ever fall for the okie doke, like the young people say. Don't fall for the okie doke, because every time they talk to you, there's a reason why. There's a reason why they're being nice. There's a reason why they want something. Even when you're not in the relationship with them anymore, haven't been with them for years and years and years, they're being nice to you. They want something. They want something. When you don't give it to them, watch and see how they react. Watch and see what they do. You're the one that don't need to see. It's like a cyclone. They're this cyclone. Yeah, observe, but don't absorb. And that's a lot for the empaths too, because empaths tend to absorb. You're always trying to fix something. You're always feeling bad. You absorb their pain. You absorb. That's how you guys get tore at the frame. You absorb entirely too much. You have to step back. You don't have to respond right away, because if you're quick to say something, you're reacting. And the first thing you want to do is defend yourself. There comes a time where you have to make a decision. Am I going to grace them with my attention? They can say a lot of stuff to you. You have to stay focused on the conversation. You could be talking about apples. Okay. Just letting you know, I'm dropping the child off. They got apples in their backpack. By the time they're through talking to you and texting you and asking, because they're trying to get you everywhere, because they're trying to get you to respond. What about this? What about they ask you dumb questions, or they ask you, thank you so much, Donna. They ask you a lot of questions. They ask you a lot of questions about nothing. And a lot of you get caught up in this where it seems like it's pretty innocent. It seems like it's pretty innocent. You got to remember that cobras got venom in their teeth. Cobras got venom in their teeth. And when they bite hard and leave venom. You have to make sure, I don't care how much you love this person. I don't care how much you have in common with this person. I don't care, you still love this person. You have to make a decision that enough is enough. And if you have to do business with them, especially dealing with your child, it is a business transaction. That's it. You don't get into small talk. There is no such thing as small talk with a narcissist. What you do is I'm dropping the child off. What do you need? What do you need? This time, whatever. They're going to pull you into a conversation. They'll even come up with something dramatic so that you can become the hero, because, oh my gosh, we have to work together for the child. It's not always the case. And even if you do, we have to work together for the child. They're trying to pull you back into that bubble. It's like a cyclone or a hurricane, and they suck you in. And the people are just, everybody, all these flying monkeys and these triangulation and these new supply and old supply, they're just in the air circling and circling. You got to pull yourself out of that cycle. I refuse to be pulled and sucked into this cyclone. I refuse. And one of the best ways to do it, you have to practice taking out the emotions to the response. It is a business transaction. I don't care how much you're still hurting. I care that you hurt, but If you want to keep going into the same, it's like you're going into the same circle over and over and over and over again. You keep walking, you keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. It's not going to change, y'all. You have to make up your mind that enough is enough. I'm tired of playing this game. Some of y'all not tired. Some of y'all not tired. That's why you guys keep doing the same thing. You keep doing the same thing, and some of you use your own children to get a reaction from them, to get them to continue talking. Some of you guys, well, I just want him to be a father. I just want her to be a mother. Then I'm just making sure I'm doing my part. No, you're not. What you're doing is you yourself are using your children so that that narcissist will keep talking to you. Now you're the one that's hoovering. And some of you guys that get mad, stump your foot, turn the camera off. I don't care. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm going to tell it like it is. Some of you guys actually use your own children and you're doing the hoovering. I just want to make sure that I do everything that I possibly can do to make sure that they are the parent in my child's life. And if you don't like that, Dr. C, I'll just get off. You go ahead and get off, because the only thing that you're doing, because a grown man or a grown woman should know how to be a parent. Narcissists don't know how to be parents. Stop trying to make them be parents. Sometimes it's a good thing that they don't get involved with your child, because you don't know what they'll do to your child. You don't know what they're going to do to your child. And some of you, he would never, she would never. You would be surprised. You got pedophile males and you got pedophile females. And women will molest their children just as quick as a man will molest their children. And sometimes you guys think, well, I just don't see him being that way. Now, he's ugly, he's mean, he's evil, he's abusive, but he just wouldn't do anything to his children. That's because they got you thinking that they wouldn't do anything. That's the safest way in their mind to keep you away from discovering that they are actually doing something to your children. And some of you guys get upset because you're not ready. You're not ready to hear the truth. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. And the thing about it is you are hoovering the narcissist, and you are using your children to try to get that narcissist to continue communicating with you. Sometimes it's best that you let them go, let them walk. If they don't want to have anything with their children, those are grown men, grown women. And if they don't want to have anything to do with their children, stop running behind them, because you may be saving your child and you have no idea what it is that you are saving your child from. Stop running behind them. That's you. That has nothing to do with your children. That's all you. Get your emotions out of it. It is a business transaction. That's how you look at it. And some of you guys are not ready to close the door yet. Some of you guys are not ready to walk off yet. Some of you guys are not ready. And so you keep going around the same circle over and over again, asking the exact same questions. But why won't they change? But why won't they? And I just don't understand, because you're not ready to close the door. It'll get to a point where you can get as much information as you want to. You got to get to a point like, I'll get as much information as I want to, but I can care less about the narcissist. You haven't gotten to that point yet. When you get tired, sometimes it takes for you to get tired to finally say, okay, enough is enough. Get your emotions out of the situation. Get your emotions out of the situation. Stop concerning that your kids are not going to grow up with a parent and, oh Lord, something's going to happen. Many of us are doing just fine. And we have one parent in the house. Some of y'all you're doing fine. That's an excuse. Stop justifying why you're staying. Stop justifying you continue talking to the narcissist. Forgive me, Clubhouse. I am drinking out of my cup, so you'll probably hear me swallow. Please forgive me. And that was a big old gulp too. I apologize, y'all. But listen, that is gray rocking. Separating your emotions. Separating your emotions. Well, how do you do that? I don't know how to do that. Separate your emotions. Now that you have the information, you are aware. You don't know something if no one ever tells you about something. And every time you look, every time they say something to you, check out your behavior. Did your blood pressure go up? Do you get angry? Do you get all emotional? Are you trying to defend yourself? Are you arguing back and forth? You know, your finger rolling. Are you? You don't talk to me that way. That's called a reaction. You are reacting. You are not gray rocking. You are reacting. They're going to push buttons. That's what they do. I live like that a lot. You know, they're always going to push buttons. That don't mean I have to react to it. I don't have to react to it. This is my bubble, and you stay in your bubble. You don't have to and you don't have to answer every text. You don't have to answer every text. You don't have to pick up your telephone. Well, I'm just going to do it, you know, for the sake of. No, you don't. No, you don't. Determine, is it you? Because sometimes it's you and you're not done. Close the door and then begin to practice. Okay, this is something that they always do. You recognize it. but you have this cognitive dissonance. You recognize it, but you still reacting to it. It's BetterHelp.com, Dr. Carmen. But you see it, you see it happening all the time. You can even speak to you can even recognize the cycles. You recognize the cycles, but you still fall prey to it. You still react because you're hurt. And because when you are hurt, it's not the time to react. Pull those emotions back. Don't share. And some of you guys, I just keep trying to tell him, I keep trying to tell her, but they just don't understand. Yeah, they do. They have cognitive empathy. They understand exactly what they're doing and how you're reacting to it. Did that help tonight? Hopefully that has helped. That has helped. Just be real. Give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to answer some questions real quick. I'm going to come over here to Clubhouse. I'm going to answer some questions real quick. And then I'm going to go because I have to go and help my daughter with homework, y'all. So I'm going to answer just a few questions real quick. Let's try to keep it on the gray rocket, y'all, because a lot of times you can tell a lot of stories and then you ask a lot of questions and we'll just get off a topic. And I know your story is important to you, but a lot of times we just don't have time to all the stories. You know, just ask me a question so that I can that I can answer the question. Okay. So if you put a long story to it, then I don't see the question. I see the long story. So you guys ask me the question, and then I'm gonna go over to Clubhouse so that I can answer some questions, and then I'm gonna go do my mommy duties to help my daughter study. So let's look. Oh, thank you so much. Material cut. Thank you so much. If you gray rock hard enough, do they eventually leave you and the kids alone? When you have certain type of narcissists, no, nope, because you are their property. Gray rocking helps you. Gray rocking helps you to stop getting so fired up emotionally. Stop getting so they don't. Why would they leave you alone? You're the kids and you are their property. But gray rocking helps you emotionally, because if you don't help yourself emotionally, you constantly, your blood pressure is going to be high. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be angry. You're constantly arguing. Really, the person that's angry is you, because they're getting the reaction that they want from you. They're getting the reaction that they want from you. You're doing exactly, you're playing into the game. Janice, you're going to have to go back and listen to the video because I just talked about gray rocking in the whole video. So you have to go back and rewatch it. I try to be quiet, not talk to him because all day he has been crazy. Where if you're living in a house with him, that's kind of different. It's not, you can't gray rock him. I mean, it's going to be hard to gray rock a person that's still in your house. It's going to be hard to gray rock somebody that's still in your house because they go beyond. They will go beyond because you have no escape. You're in the house with them. So they'll do things, I mean, sleep deprive you, keep you awake, follow you around the house just so you'll react and hit them or push them or do something so that you look like the monster. So gray rocking is not something that you can easily do with them being in the house. Now you have to make a choice. Where are you going to go? You need to call an advocate. You need to call a lawyer. You need to call a domestic violence agency, because trying to gray rock and live in the house, that's not going to work. Yeah. Well, Cake's so sweet. You're going to have to make a decision to leave. He's not going to leave. Of course not. So him trying to get him to leave is not going to work. You're going to have to leave. You're going to have to get in contact with agencies for you to leave. Because trying to, some people justify staying because I want him to leave. I'm not going to go anywhere. No, you got to leave. No, they don't care about the children's emotions. Absolutely not. Yep, but you're going to have to go to court. You're going to have to go to court to get your house. You can stay in there and fight all you want to. You're not going to win. So you're probably going to have to go to court. Do I recommend therapy for a 5-year-old going through emotional abuse by a parent? Yeah, usually about 4 years old. That young is usually, you got to be careful because usually when they're that young, they do family counseling. You may want to contact an agency that deals with domestic violence first. Contact an agency that deals with domestic violence first and go by their advice. Because usually when you have somebody that young at 5, that's usually where they bring in family counselors and do family counseling. Because remember, not a lot of counselors really understand the effects of narcissist abuse. That's why this conference, those of you that are in the domestic violence field, domestic violence advocates, social workers, mental health counselors, those people in law enforcement or lawyers. I highly advise you guys to invite them out to this conference, because I'm really, I'm not going super in depth, but I am going in depth to talk about abuse. I mean, narcissist abuse. And so for those people that you know are working in these fields, I would highly recommend you invite them out to my conference. Highly recommend it. And I have a guest speaker that will also teach a lot of you ladies about men mentality, you know, how men think, and this new group of men that are rising up that are narcissist training narcissists that you guys are not aware of. But once you become aware of it and you start listening, you'll hear exactly what it is that you assumed was going on, and it is. Okay. Thank you, Material Cut. Thank you. Let me see. Are there any workbooks online for free, like a journal type? I don't know. You have to look. Let's see. All right. Any more questions? So any more questions? Now, you guys know I don't have my glasses on, so I'm trying to look from across, because the camera and the laptop is not that close to me. Okay, you ask me a question, ask me the question. But if you write something long on there, it scrolls up too quick, so I can't see it. So just ask the question so I can see the question. But if you put a story in it, it scrolls up too quick. Well, Ronald, I don't minimize the female narcissists. I talk to the females a lot. So a lot of times you would have to find the men that really talk about female narcissists a lot and go on their pages. You got some people that talk about the female narcissist, and you find those that talk about the female narcissist. I talk about the narcissist in general and how that applies. But my niche is usually women. My niche is women. I don't minimize females, but my niche is usually women. So women are the ones I usually talk to a lot. How do you get an order of protection? You need to find a domestic violence advocate, or you need to talk to the police department, the domestic violence department. I think they have a domestic violence department, or a lawyer. Let's see. How do I keep safe while gray rocking? You need to connect yourself with a domestic violence advocate or a domestic violence agency, and you need to get one of the advocates so you can work with one of the advocates to help you document. And if you need a protection order or anything like that, because I don't know the details of your situation. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you, Material Cut. How do you respond when they've turned all of your adult kids against you with lies? That's a whole nother segment. I do have a lot of videos, though. I do have a lot of more videos on that. Thank you so much, Cake So Sweet. Do narcs actually care about their children? Their supply. Those are sources of supply. They don't care about you. They don't care about their children. They don't care about anyone. They are relevant. They are important to themselves. It's all about them. How does anybody, to include kids or anything like that, how do they benefit me? They don't have emotional, they don't have emotional empathy. They don't have compassion. They don't feel like you feel. Many people put them in a category with themselves. And so you hear yourself ask the question, I just don't understand. How can somebody be like this? I don't understand, why would somebody, or why would they think like that? You are taking your logical mind and you're trying to figure out how this narcissist think. But they're a narcissist. You've never had narcissistic personality disorder. So how is it? I don't know how my room just ended. Hold on just a minute, y'all. My room just ended. I don't know how. Hold on, y'all. I don't know how my room just ended. Yeah, hold on a minute. Um, my room just ended. How your room just end by itself? Can anybody tell me that? How does a room end by itself? My room just ended. Give me a minute. Let me start my room again. Hold on just a minute, y'all. I don't know what happened, but my room just ended. Hold on, y'all. Does anybody know why the room would just end? My room just ended. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, hold on. Let me schedule a room and then start a room. Hold on. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. My room just stopped. It just ended. Hold on. That was weird. What time is it? All right. Give me just a second, y'all. Let me restart the room. That was awkward. All right. Well, I started the room again. It just turned off. I don't know what happened. Okay, there goes everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. It just turned off. It just said the room ended. I didn't touch it, y'all. I didn't touch it. All right. Thank you, Just Be Real. I don't know what happened. The room just turned off. All right. It's a narc at Clubhouse. Boy, I tell you what. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Julie. Let's look. It's the devil. We ain't gonna demonize everything, y'all. Everybody says the same thing. You have a narcissist hacker. They work on Facebook and IG. Okay, there we go. Everybody's back. All right, let's look. Let's look. So, any more questions? If not, I'm going to go over to Clubhouse. Clubhouse turned off. I apologize. It just turned off by itself. So, but thank you guys. Everybody demonizing Clubhouse now. But let's see. The kids are pawns in possession to try to win because they are the very most important thing to you, and have to they and want to take them away from you. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. All right, let me look. Well, Just Be Real is back on. You were on here just a minute ago. All right. Well, any more questions, y'all? Any more questions? If not, I'm going to move over to Clubhouse. I'm gonna move over to Clubhouse since I'm back on Clubhouse. Just Be Real. Can you get on Clubhouse? Any more questions? Any more questions for me? Oh, thank you, Miss Michelle. Well, you can come see me in Dallas. I'll be in Dallas on the 30th and 31st. My team, I have an awesome team. I have an awesome team that's going to be down there. Just Be Real, Miss Kelly, Tierra Carpenter, who was also an event organizer. This is who I was going to travel with originally. So she's going to be there. I have Mr. and Mrs. Connie and Jeremy Jones that'll be there. My daughter is assisting me in this conference. These individuals are blessing me because they are flying. Yes, it costs money, but they are flying to be with me during this conference. And so you guys come down there. Come. So this week you guys will know because they're working on my flyer. They're working on my flyer. As soon as the flyer is ready, I will post the flyer. And yes, I'll be coming to New York too. I have family in New York, and I will be going to New York as well. Just right now I'm not, but I'm going to be coming there too. So I will be there. So this week should have my flyer done. I'm sending all the information to the person that's doing my flyer. And as soon as they do my flyer, registration will be open. So when I put the flyer out, the registration, you guys can go. Yes, I should be coming to Atlanta next year. I hope I will be coming to, well, let's say I'm coming to Atlanta next year. So I'll be in Dallas this year, Dallas and Atlanta next year. So I plan on coming to Atlanta next year. But those of you that can come out, make sure you come out to Dallas this year. So this week, I should be opening up registration so you guys can get a head start, whether you want to fly to Dallas, whether you would like to drive to Dallas, but at least you can come and enjoy a evening meet and greet. And then, of course, the day conference is going to be an awesome conference. I'm telling you guys, those people that go are going to have a lot to say about it. This is really a conference that's going to teach you some stuff about yourself. And then for those that are professionals that need this information, you're going to learn a lot about this information. My big brother is going to be speaking during lunch. I have a good friend of mine, Ms. Bridget Griffin, who is a legal advocate that works with the YWCA up here as a legal advocate. She's been a victims advocate. Now she's a legal advocate that works in the court system, helping people that are going through domestic violence cases. And she deals a lot with the narcissist. And she's going to give you some information. And my big brother is going to be speaking as well. He's going to tell you about these new men that are on the rise concerning, and this is for you ladies, these men that are on the rise that are narcissists. And some of you guys are going to recognize it. When he starts talking about it, you're going to recognize it. Then I have two guests because I'll be speaking from 8 to 12 and from 2 to 4. And then from 4 to 5, I have two guests that will be speaking. Yes, so there will be in person. So those of you that want to come in person can come in person. You'll have general admissions and you have VIP. And I will also be doing it on Zoom. So I will also have online registration for those of you that cannot fly to Dallas and would like to do watch the conference online. There will be for online participants because two of the speakers, matter of fact, all four of the speakers, the two at lunchtime and the two in the afternoon, are actually going to be speaking via Zoom. So we will have them on the projector there at the conference because they will not be physically present at the conference, but they will be via Zoom at the conference. So you guys will be able to see them on the big screen for those of you that are there in person. Those of you that are going to be online, you'll be able to see the speaker online, and we'll be watching you and the speaker. All of us that are sitting there in the audience will be able to see the speaker and you guys on the big screen. So those of you, so like I said, and then those of you that, won't be able to come to the conference online or in person, there will be availability for you to come just to the dinner if you want to pay for the limousine ride and to have dinner with me. Now, dinner on you. So whatever restaurant I'm going to, you pay for the dinner. But, if you cannot come to either or, then you can come and we will escort you. You will pay and we will escort you via limousine to a restaurant. Now, listen to me, y'all. I'm a businesswoman. If you don't come to the conference and you decide to go to dinner with us that evening, so those of you that would like to come to dinner with me and be my guests for dinner, and you pay to be escorted by the limousine over to the place that we're eating, don't get in there acting brand new. Because if you were not at the conference and I put out all that information and you did not pay to be at that conference to listen to the information that I put out, don't wait to get over to the restaurant and I'm tired and I'm trying to eat and y'all trying to ask me a bunch of questions and you could have been at the conference to ask the questions. So y'all don't act brand new, because now I'm a businesswoman. I'm going to laugh and joke with you, but I'm going to lean over. I'm going to say, baby, you should have been at the conference, sweetheart. You should have been at the conference. I'm tired. Okay. So I want you guys to know that I will put out the links next week. Okay. So that you guys can, you guys can join me. I want you guys to be there with me. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. So I don't have any more questions. I'm going to go over to Clubhouse for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go do mommy duties because I have to. You'll act right. Look, I'm professional now. I'm professional. I'm a professional woman, but I'm gonna tell you to act right. I'm gonna be like, you need to act right. So those of you guys, I'm going over to Clubhouse. So come join me over to Clubhouse. and I'll ask if, I'll answer a few more questions, and then I'm going to go and do some mama duties. Okay. Um, for those of you that are on Clubhouse, please understand I cannot provide you with counseling. So when you ask me questions, ask me the questions. A lot of times people get into the story, and I understand everybody wants to tell their story. I don't have a problem with it. I understand that people need to get their story, but you got to remember there are other people on there. And so when you get so involved in your story, I miss the question. So I'm listening to you and I'm missing the question. And also do know a lot of times people want free counseling. So when you ask me questions, know that we're not going to do a counseling session. Okay. That you're going to have to look for a counselor. Then you can look for the counselor on betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. And with that, they'll give you a 10% discount. And you can ask them questions. When you're looking for a counselor, you can ask them questions about, do you understand post-traumatic stress? A lot of times you're asking these counselors, do you understand narcissist abuse? Ask them if they understand trauma. Do they understand PTSD? Do they understand childhood trauma? Ask them questions like that. Because a lot of times they understand all the trauma part, they just don't understand like the narcissist part. But I've heard some good reviews about a lot of the counselors that are on BetterHelp. And if you ask the right questions, you have the right to look for counselors that fit for you, that are fit for you. And so please go check out betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. You get a 10% discount by using that link. And yes, that is a sponsored link for me. And I validate them. I've heard great and great things. Some of you guys, sometimes the situation is so severe, you really need to go find someone face to face, so you can go into their office and talk to them, and you can connect with like med providers. You can connect with like doctors. Sometimes it's that intense that online stuff is not going to work for you. Okay. So okay. Hold on a minute. All right. You're doing too much. You are doing entirely too much. You're doing too much. All right. But anyway, but I trust you guys. Trust you guys. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm coming over to Clubhouse for a few minutes. You guys come on over here for a minute, okay? Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm trying to read these last remarks. Okay. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys coming over to Clubhouse for a few minutes so I can talk to you guys. And you guys have a wonderful evening. Okay, Stevie Bananas, you are late. I hope you fly over to Dallas. Hope you come into Dallas. But thank you guys so much. Go back and watch the video. Make sure you look for the link under my name. Usually once the video ends, it takes me a few minutes to go back and add all the information in the thumbnail and all that, because I'm on Clubhouse at the same time. But once I have everything set up, please look for the links for Rose Forever. You guys go check this out. Rose Forever. Go to roseforever.com, but I'll have all the information so that when you use the link, you use I think it's Dr. Carmen 1 for a $15 discount, but I will put the link and all that information. You get 30 days, you get a $15 discount on these beautiful flowers. Now, if you guys just want to buy me the flowers, I don't mind. They come in, I think this is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9, 16, and 36. But don't tell nobody I told you. I like the big round ones, about 36. So if that's something that y'all like, you can send it over to me. But thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful evening, okay? Good night, you guys. Good night, IG. You guys have a wonderful evening.